Winning gold, that's the aim. But to secure immortality, you need something more. And for an elite core of Olympians, that means not just winning, but securing the naming rights as well. When a young American named Dick Fosbury won a gold medal by going backwards over the high jump, his revolutionary technique was known forevermore as the Fosbury flop. And this is Olga Korbut. She wowed the crowd with an amazing feat of daring. Forevermore, this was called the Korbut flip. In ice skating, Norway's Axel Paulsen predated the Olympic Games, but he left an important legacy that bears his name. The jump off the front skate, invented in 1882, still known as the Axel.
The Nelly, the full throttle reverse into your neighbor's car.
Jan, you promised you weren't going to mention that.
In the early part of the 20th century, ice dancing was dominated by Sweden's Ulrich Salchow. Does the name sound familiar? Salchow won Olympic gold at the London 1908 Olympic Games, held in the summer because the Winter Games hadn't been invented yet. A master of the Axel, Salchow created his own version of the jump, springing off the back foot and landing on one skate. This became known as the Salchow. And when his fellow skaters observed the clever new trick, they couldn't wait to give it a go. Men, women, everyone was doing the Salchow. Since then, these jumps have taken on a life of their own. A dazzling and sometimes dangerous demonstration of sport pushing the boundaries. Not content with only the one Salchow, skaters found ways to take it to another level. They wanted to do it twice. The double Salchow. The first man to do it in competition was Sweden's Gillis Grafström. The double Salchow was the peak of achievement for the ambitious ice dancer, but for some, 2 turns were not enough. In a move that threatened the laws of both biology and physics, plans were afoot for an attempt on the triple Salchow. 3 complete turns in the air. Ronald Robertson was the first to land the triple at the Cortina d'Ampezzo 1956 Olympic Winter Games. Thereafter, the triple Axel and the triple Salchow became fixtures of all the skating competitions. Here's a real beauty from American Brian Boitano at the 1988 Olympic Winter Games in Calgary. That helped win Boitano a gold medal, but the result might have been different had Kurt Browning been successful with this outrageous attempt at a new move, the quadruple Salchow, eventually known as the quad. Further failures followed 4 years later. Michael Slipchuk was another who slipped up while attempting to climb Quad Mountain. Peter Barna of Czechoslovakia took on a quad toe loop at the Albertville 1992 Games. A respectable effort, but the 2-footed landing slightly let him down. Maybe fans seeking quad action were looking in the wrong competition. That same year, a young French gymnast turned skater named Surya Bonali was aiming to dazzle at her home Olympics. Pretty amazing, but everyone's a critic when it comes to figure skating, and most felt the move was under-rotated. Bonali finished 5th. American Michael Weiss landed several quad jumps in competition, but fitting a successful quad into a full Olympic program is harder than you think. Russian rival Ilya Kulik made it look simple with his outstanding quadruple execution. The gold medal was his. The quad was increasingly seen as the key to Olympic success. Easier said than done. At Salt Lake City 2002, Chinese figure skaters Sheng Hui and Chao Hongbo were at the bronze medal position going into the free skate. Something really special was needed to win gold, and they had a plan: the throw quadruple Salchow, something never before achieved in Olympic competition.
Shen Shui and Zhao Hongbo of China are attempting to make history, a thrown quad Salchow. And here it comes. Yes! No!
It was a failure, but a glorious failure. Two skaters who won't die wondering. They gave it everything they had and richly deserved their bronze medal. 2002 became the year of the quad, and lighting up the men's event was Timothy Goebel of the United States. His execution of this double quad sequence in his free skate was close to perfection. But while Goebel's Salchow scores were outstanding, his overall display was judged some way short of eventual winner Alexei Yagudin of Russia. Speed, technique, and a pretty good quad too. A fitting tribute to Ulrich Salchow, the man whose invention has spawned so many glorious and painful moments of Olympic history.